This piece, real quick, I call it mystery, but it's spelled M-Y-S-T-O-R-Y. Mystery, or should I say my story? You see, my story is a mystery because of history. His story. You see, my story is that I'm a man living a future without a past. It's sad. They say there's not enough days in the school year to teach my story in class. See, the teaching of my story is designated for a month that has only 28 days. There are many ways to teach the masters within the curriculum because I can count 28 different ways. You see, my story was supposed to be hidden in the book because for me it was supposed to be kept hidden and mysterious. But little did they know that I started reading materials that made me curious. With my story, yeah, the police were involved, letting the doors loose all the while turning on water hoses, smiling in my ancestors' faces by trying to compliment us by calling Harriet Tubman Black Moses. Calling Harriet Tubman Black Moses. Okay. As far as my understanding goes, Moses was already black. So my question is, who's it now whose understanding lacks? See, they probably think that Hannibal was a leader of 4 military bandits called the A-Team. What you should know is that he was one of the greatest military leaders that ever came out of Africa and knew that he could conquer anything because that was his type of self-esteem.
Yeah.
In 1904, George Edward Taylor was the first Negro to run for president. But see, you probably didn't know that because even back then we didn't count for anything more than 3/5 of an American resident.
Listen.
When I was younger, I was taught that Christopher Columbus discovered America. Now, could someone please tell me how you discovered a place where people were already there after the fact that before then he first landed in the Bahamas? You see, my people here long before Columbus discovered America and called Native Americans Indians. But see, if you try to explain that to some other people, they might start laughing in your face like you're Steve Harvey or some other type of comedian. You see, my people discovered lands in Chicago, Arizona, and a land west of Texas called New Mexico. What you should know is that Arizona and New Mexico were explored by a Moroccan-born slave named Estevanico. Whipped, bruised, and scarred, coming over on slave ships to face times that were going to be hard. Entering slavery, where my male ancestors were stripped of their dignity and bravery. Slavery. My people's version of what some call the American Holocaust. Families are split up, marriages are torn apart, and contact with each other will be forever lost. You see, slavery started as a result of indentured servitude when the so-called bosses would trick our ancestors into staying by extending their contracts. See, they wanted to see if it was true that the economy would grow from the labor and the sweat of the backs of American blacks. And as a matter of fact, a Virginia slave code dating back to 1680 served the entire South for 180 years as the blueprint of our oppression. A 1712 South Carolina law stated 40 lashes for the first slavery escape attempt. A branding of the letter R on the right cheek for the second. A severe whipping and the cutting off of an ear for the third. And for the fourth, castration.
Wow.
And you thought that we were free because of the Emancipation Proclamation by the Lincoln administration? Because see, now my story has a twist. In which case, my people and I rob each other. What's on our feet, what's around our necks, and what's on our wrists. You see, because we lost focus in life, God, and our relationships, which would explain why we want more than just one lover. We're too busy trying to have fun while we listen to political leaders who contradict themselves like a so-called gangster rapper thinking God on his album cover. Hanging out, smoking weed, getting high and drunk, standing outside the corner outside the liquor stores. And to think that all this started because we were put in slavery by English, Portuguese, and Spanish conquistadors. You know, I think I finally figured it out when a sister of mine met when she said that she knows why the Cageburg sings. That's because I remember once upon a time when our people were queens and kings. Peace.
Yeah.